Yeah, like, click, subscribe, do all that. You already know what time it is. It's Netflix time. This show was called Behind Her Eyes. The show just came out. It's got 6 episodes, 50 minutes apiece. I'm just going to give you a brief overall of the first episode called Chance Encounters. So here we got our girl Louise. She's just getting ready to go out on a date. She got a son named Adam just busting in the door for no reason. Her next door neighbor comes over to babysit Adam. She makes it out to the bar, but unfortunately her date stands her up. But as she's getting up to leave, she accidentally bumps into this guy and spills his drink. She tries to make it up for him by paying his drink and stuff like that. Before you know it, they end up talking. He goes by the name of David Ferguson. His occupation is a psychiatrist. So they hit it off, have a lovely night, they getting it popping. One's going one way, the other one's going the other way. Then out the blue, he kisses her. I'm like, oh, all right, okay, get it cracking. Then he backs off saying that he can't do this. And he never explains why, so she's thinking to herself like, okay, why the fuck not? So the next day she's headed to work and we find out that she's a secretary. She's about to meet her new boss. So she's standing on the other side of the door and take a guess who her boss is. That's right, David Ferguson. And we find out that he's married on top of that. At this point she's embarrassed. She don't even want to be seen, so she hides in the bathroom. Yeah, she hid in the bathroom the entire day. Wasn't he expecting a secretary? I mean, apparently she was able to get away with it, so. Later that night, she's talking to her homegirl Sophia and tells her the whole situation. Then it's off to sleep. Now I can tell this is already going to be a reoccurring theme coming up. While she's in dreamland, all these pills keep dropping, and she has some dream about some lady lying in the bed. Not sure if that could be her mom or grandma or who knows, somebody close to her. She dreams about chasing her son down the hallway, and the hallway turns into this labyrinth of eeriness. And then he starts screaming for help because he keeps getting stuck on the walls. And that's when she wakes up. She's all terrified. Now, I thought she was just having bad dreams at first, but it gets crazy, trust me. Meanwhile, David's getting himself ready for work, talking to his wife, Adele Shamura. Now, they are married, but for whatever reason she kept her last name during the marriage, I'm not really sure the reason for that. Now, before he goes to work, David makes sure that Adele takes this green and orange yellow pill. My guess is for stabilizing her moods. I don't want to say she seems very submissive, but when you watch the show, you'll know what I'm talking about. On the other side of town, we had Louise getting Adam ready for school. She dropped him off and now is ready for work. So Adele's at home by herself chilling. Louise is in David's office looking at pictures of him and Adele. And then he comes in, and this is when he realizes that Louise is actually working for him. Yep, Louise is your assistant, David. So they're doing their best to keep it cordial at work, but you can tell something going on there. Once he gets back home, he has dinner with his wife. She kisses him and they about to have sex, but then he tells her this is the last time. What do you mean last time? Y'all married. Like, what? What is he talking about? See, I am starting to think it is on some submissive shit. So yeah, they get it cracking. She tells him she loves him. He can't even say it back. Matter of fact, he doesn't even really look at her like that while they're doing their thing. So clearly there's a disconnect in their marriage somewhere. So the next morning, she starts daydreaming. Alright, now we get to some backstory. So when she was younger, she stayed at some place where everybody just wore white. I'm not sure of exactly if it was an orphanage or something like that, but we learned that her parents had died in a fire. So it's quite possible that she was in an orphanage. She wakes back up and she's so appreciative of her husband. I mean, he listens to her and everything, but I feel like he's kind of distant from her for whatever reasons. Back at work, he tells Louise he's got some free time on the weekend. And she tells him baby daddy's picking up Adam for the weekend, so she's free. But she basically ends up cleaning up the house and just chilling. After a long day, she ends up falling asleep. It's letting you know she's dreaming again. Now the pills are going back up. Before they were coming down, now they're going up. Alright, so this is the part where I'm trying to figure out if she's on medication or not. So she's having the same dream she had the night before about chasing her son and the lady that's in the bed. I'm not sure if it's a mom or grandma or whatever like that. But while she's having this dream, in real life she's actually sleepwalking. She's walking outside to her balcony and almost walks off the edge. But when she hit the edge of the balcony, it woke her up. Man, that shit is wild. Now, when she sleeps, she need to close all the goddamn doors in her house, yo. That shit is crazy. Yeah, the reason she made it to the balcony because that door was wide open. I'm like... Next day, baby daddy drops off Adam. He tells Louise him and his girl are pregnant and he wants to take Adam to Paris with him. At first, she rejects the idea. Adam is heated at his mom. But then later on, Louise gets some advice from her friend Sophia telling her to live her best life. So she basically convinced Louise to let baby daddy have Adam for the month. She tells Adam the next day, and everything's all good. You can tell she really doesn't want to, but she's not going to get in the way of her son's happiness. So there you go. David's off to work again. Adele's talking about going shopping. After Louise drops Adam off at school, she accidentally bumps into Adele on the street. Yeah, this is their first time meeting, or this is Adele's first time meeting Louise. Basically telling her that she's new here and she needs her guidance and they go get a cup of coffee together. And that's the first episode for you. That's enough to keep me intrigued. I'm about to catch the next 5 episodes. Behind Her Eyes on Netflix. Check it out. Like, click, subscribe, do all that. You already know what time it is. Slick Deezy, all Daisy, Mr.
loud, big. You got them slow